Hello everyone, Truthenvisioned here, and today I'm going to discuss an important topic, a topic that I believe modern romance confuses. That topic is intimacy. Intimacy. I believe most modern couples or modern romance misses the true essence of what intimacy is. So let me start by saying what intimacy is. Intimacy is closeness. Closeness. And at its core, I believe the closeness is through emotional bonding, like that vulnerability, right? When you get that vulnerable, that close, that tight, that's when it becomes intimacy. You explore your partner and you get to know them better. That's what I believe the true essence of intimacy is. But let me tell you how this interchanges with modern romance. They misplaced this and made this closeness mean sex. They made it mean sex. Now, let me tell you why that's wrong. Because sex is just a result. Well, when it's done correctly, it's just a result of that closeness, of that affection. So when someone feels that affection and that trust and close, that vulnerability, like, oh, I could trust this person, that's when it becomes this. But most people build on this. It's not, oh, that emotional like closeness. No, most people build on sex. That's how they determine whether or not they want to delve deeper in this person. And I'm going to be honest, I don't completely understand it. I don't see how you can really explore a person through an action rather than experiencing and observing, being there. Hey, maybe it's good. Like, oh, they think the sex is so good. Like, oh, I want to be with this person forever, right? But it's really just a confusion thing. It's really an interchange. If you want something to last, build it off closeness. If you want something to last, build it off learning the person in and out. To me, relationships are just like contracts. And everybody comes with different terms and services. So you getting close, you learning your partner, it's like you learning the terms of service. That's how you get to know who they are as a person. That's what intimacy appears as to me. It's a terms and service. You know the terms and service, then you determine, okay, yeah, I can trust this person. I want to delve deeper into that. You learn their terms and service and you delve deeper. You decide if that's someone you want to be with and you want to explore. But most people, as I said, they build it off sex. That should really, to each is their own, but I would say this is more of an end product when you want to learn the depth of somebody. Let me also tell you another thing. Intimacy does not equal security. Intimacy does not equal security. The reason I said this, as I said earlier, well, intimacy is closeness. You're getting close to your partner. And I believe the best and authentic form is through spending the time together and exploring them. Exploring their minds, their terms and services. That's what intimacy appears to me. But now you have people. The problem comes when you deal with people that believe intimacy equals sex. The reason I say that becomes a problem is because it's not really structured. It's not really centered, right? You have people that believe that sex, you have people that lost meaning to sex. To them, it's just pleasure. Like, oh, yeah, I'm sleeping with this person, but it don't mean nothing. That's all it is to them. And when it's like that, there is no security. There is no security when you deal with someone that is just like, oh, we just do it, right? There's no meaning to it. We just do it. There is no security. And that I say that there's no security if you genuinely want that authentic romance, that authentic intimacy and exploration. Security to me, security is trust. Now tell me, can you trust somebody if you build your relationship on sex? Is that a relationship you believe has security? Because at the end of the day, we're human, right? We have our own emotions. We're human at the end of the day. The person you build your relationship on with sex, right? It was built on that. Can you trust that person? Can you trust that person to be vulnerable with them, to explore each other, will you allow that person to explore you? Can you be vulnerable with them? You get me? Like, can you say that you trust them if it's built on that and no actual exploration? Can you say that? Because you have people that just see it as a thing that they do. There's no meaning to it. Now, if you want that actual authentic, you shouldn't really deal with people that just see sex as an activity and they build it on that. It's not very practical because there's really no essence to me, there's really no essence or bridge holding a relationship built on sex together. There isn't. It can crumble at any moment. It's very fragile because once the moment the sex becomes dry, what's next? They'll probably go looking for another person, right? So intimacy does not equal security. It doesn't. And besides sex, if it's just built on closeness itself, you can't really say that it equals security as well, because at the end of the day, you never really know a person, right? Until they show you who they really are. Like, that's why for me, I don't really trust people's authenticity because I'm not them. So they could surprise me any moment and say like, hey, I'm actually this person. So I don't really trust people's authenticity. I always have it in the back of my mind somewhere that, okay, I'm not gonna judge you or anything, but I have it in the back of my mind that, okay, just be mindful of people when they show you things. So yeah, intimacy does not equal security. Closeness doesn't equal trust. Sex doesn't equal trust. With that in mind, it's important to be equally yoked. As I said earlier, to me, relationships are contracts. You getting close with someone is you exploring their terms and services. So when you explore someone's terms and service, you get to see if they really are candidates of what you will call like love. So when you explore those terms and services, you determine like, hey, is this person really fitting? Am I really willing to invest into this person? Am I really willing to pour my heart into this person? It's important to be equally yoked. Most people are unyoked. They're not equally yoked. They just get into things because they feel something. It's very hard to have that restraint because like when you feel something, when you feel that emotion, you just want to explore it more. But honestly, not everything you feel is meant to be explored like to the depth you would want to. Because, there's just things like wisdom. Wisdom exists. Sometimes you have to be cautious. Like, if a girl is for the streets, or if someone's for the streets, but you like their energy, are you going to be like, oh, let me explore them. Maybe I can fix them. Maybe I can change their lifestyle. Let me tell you, I thought I can do it, but you can't. Not even God can save someone. When it comes to free will, not even God can save somebody when it comes to them acting on free will. So, yes, it's very important to be equally yoked. Explore people's terms and services, like get to know them to that real intimate level, like that closeness, like spend that time and like, building that bond, you get me? But it's very tricky when you know that doesn't equal security. So You never really know someone's true character. It's very difficult to really know who they are, unless you're like a psychic, or you can read energy, or they just show you who they really are, you know. It's very tricky, but yeah, that's my thoughts on intimacy. Intimacy does not equal security. Sex does not equal security. It does not equal trust. Do you believe intimacy equals security? Comment your thoughts below. I'm Truthenvisioned, and I'll see you next time.